Good afternoon, YouTube family. I was going to go do a live this afternoon, but my grandpa has thwarted my intentions and thrown a wrench in my plan by jumping on the computer to research a number to get a hold of somebody to take care of the coyotes. Because Mike, who apparently did not realize my grandpa is unaware of most of our daily life goings on, told him that there are coyotes running through the neighborhood. So now my grandpa doesn't want me or the baby to go outside. He's locking the doors because, those superhuman fucking coyotes, they're going to totally come in through our doors if they're not locked. Anyways, so because of that, I figured that I could regale you all with another tale of a fucked up time in my time downstate in Detroit. So, this one's kind of a lengthy one, but, okay. So, me and Mike had been staying at the Red Apple, which is like a hotel. There's a little restaurant in the parking lot. His dad had put us up in there, but at some point, I think that we had run out of money for that one. It was more expensive or something. So his dad wanted to put us up in a smaller motel instead of a hotel. Okay. So we went down the street, and I believe it's in Dearborn Heights. I think that's where it is. The Red Apple. I could look it up, but whatever right now. It's not really important. It's not part of the important part of the story. So anyways, we had moved to another motel room. And I believe that there was a black guy that I knew from Detroit. And I think that it was MD, because who else would I trust enough to leave with? So me and Mike had this thing where, like, he would stay in a home and and I would go out and make money and bring back drugs. So that was how we operated. But sometimes I didn't always make it back as fast as I thought I was going to. So this is one of those situations. So anyways, I walked down to a couple rooms down to this black guy, and I seriously feel like it was MD. And I went into his room, and he had some crack and stuff, and wanted me to come with him, gave me something to smoke first. Then he said he was going to take me somewhere else, somewhere where I could make some money. These stupid fucking situations. So anyways, I go with him. And I leave Mike at the hotel and go with MD. And now MD was like my favorite dealer, okay, because I liked him. I had a little bit of a crush on him. And, he was a little bit scary. And he was attractive to me. He was a little heavier. I don't know, just something about him I really liked. Anyway, so we went to this house. It was in a really nice neighborhood, and that's why I believe it was Dearborn Heights. And there was another girl there, and she was black, and there was a bunch of guys in the house. And I remember just kind of being like in anticipation, like, what am I doing here? What's going to happen? Am I going to make some money? Am I going to take some drugs back to Mike? What's going to happen? And they told me just to go to sleep. And I was like, I'm not really tired. I thought I was here to do something. And they said, well, nothing's happening right now, so you better just go to sleep. So, okay, I went to sleep. And I believe that the guy that I came there with went to sleep too. And then when I woke up, he was gone. And this other guy was there. And he told me to get in the back room. So I'm like scared. I'm like, where's the guy that I came here with? I think I was saying, where's Mike? Where's Mike? And he said, he's gone. He'll be back, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so get in the back room. So I get in the back room. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting for something to happen. Nothing is happening. Then that guy, the guy that told me to go back in the room, he comes in there, and he tells me to take my pants off and wants me to go down on him, wants me to suck his dick. And then, so I do that, but he's got a really big dick. And so he's like choking me like so bad. And I mean, I have like a far back gag reflex, but this shit was incredibly fucking bad. So Anyway, so I couldn't really handle it. So then he turned me around and started trying to stick his dick in my ass. And I'm squirming away, squirming away. He calls this girl in there and they're talking like in undertones, like, you know, basically I could tell they were talking about what they should do with me because the guy is not coming back to get me. They want to just fucking get rid of me. And I'm like saying, you know, I can do whatever you want me to do here. I'm fine. I won't cause no problem, blah, blah, blah. And so they say, okay, we'll let you stay. So then I stayed that whole day into the evening, and they even have a guy come in the room, some white guy, to do a date with me. And he had some crack with him. And so we smoked that and we kind of fooled around a little bit. And then he left me in the room. And they had given me a phone to try and contact dates so that I could make money for them. And the deal was that if I got a date, then the date had to come to the house and do the date with me there and then leave. And already this whole situation was just giving me a bad feeling. I didn't want to be there. When the guy left out of the room, the white guy, I felt like panic, you know, and I didn't want to be there. And so then that night goes by, and there was another guy there. I think his name was like Trip or something. And he was a white guy. He was really skinny. And he had done something that upset the guy who told me to go in the back room initially. And so then he takes that guy, that Trip guy, down in the basement and starts beating his fucking ass. And me and his girl are in the room and we can hear him fucking beating the guy's ass. And it just keeps going on and on all night long until fucking wee hours in the morning. And then he comes, the black guy comes in there, and so does that Trip guy. The black guy fucking holds the gun to my head, tells me to go down on his girl. He's like, you better eat my bitch's pussy. You better fucking eat my bitch's pussy. You eat that shit right now, bitch. So I'm like, okay, I'll eat her fucking pussy. He's holding a fucking 9 to my head. So I'm like, okay, I'm going down on her, and she's kind of like enjoying it. And so as soon as he realizes she starts enjoying it, then he fucking rips me off of her and tells that Trip guy to fucking go down on me. And so then now I'm being fucking ate out against my will, which I mean, I guess is maybe not, some girls maybe don't feel like that, but I sure didn't want it. And he made me come and then still kept going. The fucking black guy did not want to let him stop going down on me. And I start crying. I didn't want to be there. I'm crying, blah, blah, blah. He's talking to his girl again about fucking getting rid of me. And then they all leave the room and leave me in there. Okay. So then that whole day goes around until the next day. And so then I had the phone to try and get money for these dates or whatever. And so I'm trying to call Mike. I'm trying to get a hold of him. My Mike, my fucking guy that I was with, my man. I was trying to call him, trying to get a hold of him. He wasn't answering his phone. So then I start calling his dad's phone. Finally, he answers. I tell him, please come get me. I said, I don't know how I ended up in this situation. I don't want to be here. Please, please, please come get me. So he said, okay, well, give me your address. I said, I don't know the address. I said, if you could just GPS where I'm calling you from, that would be great. So he fucking does. He GPSes where I'm at. He says, okay, I see where you are on the map. We're not too far from you. We're coming to get you. So I'm like, okay, awesome. I'm so happy about that, right? So I'm in the bedroom. I walk out of the bedroom. I had like a couple of clothes or something that I come there with. They had made me change out of. And I went in the bathroom and threw that shit out the window. And then I'm like just waiting and waiting. And finally, I text him and he says they're there. So I'm like, okay, awesome. So I go out to the living room and I tell that black guy, and there's like at least 5 or 6 other guys in there. That girl, the black girl that I had gone down on, was in another room with another guy doing some kind of date with that guy. So I was like, okay, guys. I was like, I got a date right here now. And they were like, okay, well, you go get him and bring him inside. And I'm like, okay, well, he doesn't want to come to the door. He wants me to bring him inside, you know, because I was really trying to get the fuck out of there. So they're like, okay, well, you go outside there and you bring him back in. And I'm like, okay, sure, I will. And I ran out to that car so fast, I fucking forgot my shit in the front yard, that I dropped it by the bathroom window. I'm sure those people fucking found it after I left. Then I got in Mike's dad's car and we took off. And he was so mad at me. Like he You know, and I understand, okay, it was my dumb idea, my fucking bad decision for going with the guy in the first place, ending up in a fucking screwed up situation. That kind of stuff happened to me all the time. I really believe it all boils down to this one incident, the one isolated incident where I actually ripped off a dealer. And I feel like all this stuff that kept happening to me was all basically in correlation to that. But Mike was really upset at me. And he basically blamed me for the whole thing. I blame myself too. I said, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for coming and saving me, you know. And that's it. And I never went back. And I never got my nice clothes back that I threw out the window. And I tried to apologize as much as I could. But the damage was already done. I fucking ditched him. I mean, I didn't really ditch him. I actually left with intentions to come back with money or drugs, one or the other. But it just didn't end up working out that way. Because, honestly, when I was in Detroit, I was just so fucking green. Even though I had already had all this experience and all this shit had happened to me already, I still was so fucking naive in my head that I didn't realize that I was getting into fucking bad situations all the time. And that I was just so gullible and believing and trusting in fucking everybody. So, you know, that kind of stuff happened to me all the time. All the time, fucking, I was just basically, you know, overpowered. Because these are a bunch of big fucking black fucking guys. And here I am, this little fucking white girl, and I was probably 100 pounds, you know, soaking wet. That's how, you know, that's how I looked. And I thought I looked great anyways. But either way, whether I thought I looked great or not, still not very much manpower or force to be able to fight somebody off, you know. So yeah, so that's now that's how I know. First of all, I don't really care for guys to go down on me. I prefer to go down on them. Also, I don't like girls. That's been proven time and time again. And if anything solidified any more than that, there's nothing. There's nothing more that could have solidified it than a guy fucking holding a gun in my head, forcing me to go down on a fucking girl. I mean, you just can't make this shit up, you know? So yeah. When I think about that stuff, you know, it makes me feel like crawly all over my skin because, you know, I really just barely, just nearly missed fucking a really bad situation. I could have fucking been dead. You know, I mean, that guy could have fucking got rid of me. That girl could have said, oh yeah, we just want to take care of her, get her out of here because I was competition or something. You know, she could have done that to me, but she didn't. She basically told him, and I told him I wasn't going to fucking cause any problem. Let me stay there, and I'll try and make you money the best I can. You know, but I just wanted to say that because I just want to be cooperative, you know? I didn't want to fucking die. I sure didn't want to die and fucking never see Mike again, never see my grandma and grandpa, never see my mom, my little brother. You know, that's the stuff that I thought about in those situations. And then, you know, I mean, obviously that was the second thought. The first thought was always drugs. That's what caused me to leave Mike so many times. That's what caused me to get into so many bad situations. Drugs. Drugs fucking caused me to just fucking lose my shit. And I don't think that made me like weak-minded or anything, that I was choosing drugs over anything. I think that drugs are just so fucking powerful that they just take over everything that you have. All your common sense, all your fucking best laid plans, gone out the window. Just fucking kiss that shit goodbye. Because if you're in active addiction, you can guarantee that that's what you're going to be, you know, basing all your decisions on. It's drugs. And it's a sad shame, you know, and I'm sure that there are a lot of girls out there that have gotten in situations like I did and didn't have somebody to come fucking rescue them. And may even still be in those situations. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I just know that I'm fucking lucky that I got out of there. I'm lucky that I had Mike and his dad come get me out of there. You know, I don't know. I don't know what could have happened, but I'm glad I know what did. I got out. And I got out of that situation, and I got out of Detroit for good, you know. But, I mean, obviously, there was a lot more shit that happened after that time that, you know, things went bad, that I still was staying down there. Wow, that is really bright. So yeah, guys, hopefully maybe I can go back inside and get on the computer. I'm not sure. You know, it was like 2 o'clock when I came out here, so Kyrie was, she went down. She was really tired, but she went down at like 12:30. So I imagine not much longer she's gonna be waking up. But anyways, so this is gonna take a really long time to upload. Every time I say that, but it's just what happens. It's just a fucking shitty service I have. So sorry about that, guys. But hopefully I can try and do a live sometime later. Okay. Hope you like my story. Bye.